Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. We've had a lot of areas that have not been dealing with the rain, but we have had some rain coming through, mainly south of I-40 here as of this evening. We're going to take a look at all of this. I don't look for much rain, if any, for the rest of this evening north of I-40. It's mainly going to be south and near the Tennessee River. We'll talk about all of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at our almanac. So far today, we've topped out at 88 degrees. That would be just a couple of degrees below the normal high for this time of the year, which would be 90. We set a record this day in history back in 1965 of 101. So as you can see, it has been hot in history this day before, but we're going to be looking at some big heat to return for the second half of the weekend into next week. Get ready for that. As you can see, those heat advisories and extreme heat warnings are issued throughout West Tennessee, and those kick in for tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our camera views. Memphis coming in at 90 degrees, feels like 108. We're flirting with heat advisory there now, where the dew point's 81. Look at these high dew points. Look at that, 79 is the dew point in Savannah. So it feels like 92 or 10 degrees above the actual temperature. UT Martin, a dew point of 79. Feels like 88, actual temperature of 81, and in Trenton, 79-degree dew point, and it feels like about 10 degrees warmer there as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our temperatures across the board. We do have some 90s on the board. Trenton coming in at 90, as well as Dyersburg and Ridgely. Ripley also, as well as Covington. And then we've got Memphis now checking in at 90. We've got 79 in Bolivar. We've had some rain there. And then we've got some rain in and around parts of Chester County. That's helping to cool it down a little bit. So I know we're thankful for the cool down. 79 in the Henderson and Lexington area. Jackson has had some showers and storms nearby, and we got 79 there. 82 right now in Selmer and Savannah, and we got some showers and storms moving through there as well. The winds have now turned from being out of the north, now out of the south and west at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and the radar showing those showers and storms down along south of I-40 into portions of Chester County, McNairy County, Hardin County. Let's zoom in on that. We do have some lightning that's been going on. This is just to the west of the Selmer area, and you can see those little heavy downpours coming through there. The good news, these will be short-lived. You're talking about 30 minutes to an hour or so, and then they kind of move along. So, we're just going to have to endure some heavy downpours, and some a few lightning strikes. Winds could gust in some of this activity up to 30 miles an hour. But I'm not looking for any severe weather. You can also see we've got some showers right now in and around parts of South Jackson. We did have a little storm that was trying to get a little bit rowdy there. You can see just about an hour ago, those purple areas showing up in the reflectivity. So that was very brief, but didn't last long, but some very intense rainfall there, and actually some small pea-sized hail showing up. And then over further west, you can see a little shower in and around the Brownsville, Somerville area. We've got a little bit going on in and around the Covington area, and we've got a storm with some lightning. We're keeping an eye on it as well. It's probably going to die down some from where it's at now. It's out near Joyner, Arkansas, and it is just very slowly moving off to the south and east, only at about 20 miles per hour. But just a heads up there in Millington and North Memphis, Bartlett, as some of that activity will be coming through here for about an hour or so. Now, again, north of I-40, not much happening. We got just a couple of stray showers or so, but you can see a majority of this area is looking pretty good. Now, I'm not ignoring Humboldt. We do have a little downpour that's been going on there. And, right over here just west of Medina and just south of Gadsden, we got a little shower going on there, but no lightning detected in any of this. And it's going to continue to move off to the south and east as we head through the evening. But Dyersburg, Union City, Dresden, Paris, we've even had the sun trying to break out there at times. So all in all, it's not a bad day. We haven't had any severe weather. We're not expecting any. So this is the first weekend in quite a while that things have been pretty quiet. This is actually some of the leftover moisture from what was Tropical Storm Bertha, also that cold front that kind of lifted back northward that had been south of us for a few days, and a little area of low pressure, kind of part of what was Tropical Storm Bertha, kind of came together and gave us a little bit of scattered activity here, but Bertha never became, very strong, really, when talking about tropical systems, and never had just a ton of rain. So we're just kind of getting those scattered hit or miss type showers and thunderstorms. And in fact, if you didn't know that it was some of the moisture remaining from Tropical Storm Bertha, you would never know it. It looks, pretty much just like a general scattered thunderstorm event out there. Severe weather heading into tomorrow. It's going to be north of us. And then as we head into Monday, it's still going to be off to the north of us, mainly over North Kentucky into the Ohio Valley. But we're not looking at any severe weather outlooks for this area over the next 3 days. Futurecast shows that activity dying down as we go through the rest of the evening. Now, we will have showers in here in the morning. There's 5, 6, 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. A big old break through most of the day. Looks like hardly anything through the rest of the day. And then late Sunday night, mainly while we're sleeping, into the very early morning hours of Monday, a little bit of activity showing up there. We'll play this back. Showers and storms ending as we head through. We get to about 8 o'clock. It looks like most areas will be completely rain-free. In the morning, though, here comes a few showers. Nothing that's going to last long, but just a lot of little hit or miss showers there in the morning hours through about 7 a.m. And then most of the rest of Sunday looks to be dry throughout the afternoon and evening hours. So we've got that going on too. It goes with what I've been saying is that, not everybody would get rain over this weekend, and the better chance would be on Saturday, mainly into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. So we're kind of winding through that right now. And once we get that out of here about 8 o'clock, we're going to be nice and dry throughout about 95% of the viewing area. For the rest of this evening, so that shower and thunderstorm chance will start to drop off considerably after about 8 o'clock down to about 20%. And then it does come back with us in the morning, mainly around sunrise in the morning. That's when we expect a few showers. There could be a rumble of thunder or two, but it's mainly just going to be some little scattered areas of downpours is about all that we're expecting there. May take an umbrella if you're heading off to church, just in case one of those is over you about the time you're trying to get out of the car. But chances are about the time you get inside, it'll be passing on by. That's kind of what we're expecting. And then for the rest of this weekend, we'll be dropping off to about 72 for the rest of the overnight low. We'll go from that 70% chance down to 20% chance tonight. And tomorrow, that heat advisory kicks in and the extreme heat warning for those of you to the west, as we'll be up to 94, but those heat index readings will be as high as about 112 for tomorrow afternoon. And then as we head into Monday, it only gets worse as we go up into the upper 90s. So we got to deal with some very hot weather Sunday through Tuesday. And then it looks like things will start to get a little better, as you'll see here in the 7-day forecast. So we're going to climb to about 94 tomorrow, 96 on Monday. Lots of sunshine coming into play here, and that's only going to make the heat worse. About the time we can't stand it on Tuesday, and we're like hitting those heat index readings of 115 to 120. We get a little bit of a relief there from more of a dry, cold front, and that's going to drop us back into the low 90s to more of our normal high, which would be around 90 for this time of the year, and we'll be dropping back hopefully into the upper 80s towards the start of next weekend. All right, guys, thanks as always for watching West Tennessee Weather Channel. We're always watching the weather, trying to keep you ahead of the curve on what's going on in the weather. Take care, everybody.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.